Shalom.
Shalom.
I want to give all praise to our Father which art in heaven. His name is Yahweh, Bashim, Yahushua, Bashir, Wakakadash. I want to give double honors to the elect elders of the house of David. Also to the hopeful elect men who are out here pushing this truth week in and week out, day in and day out. Coming to another sit-down lesson with my brother Kwam at the 11th hour and Shalom Ba at the 11th hour. We'll start off with 2 Peter chapter 2, unless you wanted to say something.
Yeah, come on, we'll just read it. We'll read it out, man.
Come on, all right. This is 2 Peter chapter 2, verse 2 Peter verses 2. 2 Peter chapter 2, verse chapter 2, 2 Peter 2 and 2. For there were false prophets also among the people, even as there shall be false teachers among you, who probably shall bring in damnable heresies, even denying the Lord that brought them, and bring upon themselves swift and destruction.
Right, and they shall bring upon themselves swift destruction. Whether you understand it or not, or like it or not, all right, denying the new covenant is a damnable heresy. That word damnable going into something that's going to get you destroyed, man. And he said that there will be false prophets that teach you to deny the new covenant, man. That you got to understand this is an end time revelation that the Lord has given. Okay? And you're going to see it manifest more and more. This song has been hidden, but when you read the book of Revelations, it says they sang as it were a new song. As it were a new song. All right? Because it's already been laid out. But the Lord said he reveals things in due time, in due season.
All right, shalom, shalom, shalom. Before I start, I want to give all honors and glories and praises to Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shai, Bahashem, Yahweh Kakodash, Yahweh, which is the one true name of the Heavenly Father, Yahweh Shai, who the world ignorantly calls Jesus Christ, but his one true name is Yahweh Shai. Double honors to the elders and apostles of Great Millstone. Peace, blessings, salutations to the hopeful elect, and shalom to you, sincere brothers scattered abroad, pushing forth this word in truth and sincerity. I am the brother Mashiach Irazaka from the servants of Yahweh Yahweh Shai Camp, Las Vegas, Nevada branch. And pretty much we got another group out here. They're pushing, we're in a new covenant doctrine. All right, we're already in a new covenant doctrine. All right, they're pushing that we're already in a new covenant doctrine. All right, now I'm not saying that we're not going to be in the new covenant. All right, but the new covenant is going to be established in the kingdom. We're not in the new covenant yet, but you got Israelite groups out here that's pushing that we're already in the new covenant, and we're not in the new covenant. All right, these guys, like the brother Amoth said, this is the beloved brother Amoth. He just did a lesson on these two individuals, beautiful lesson. And these guys that you saw in the video, they're basically supporting the guy named Judas Maccabees. Okay, the King Masha, Elder High Priest King Masha is not King David. All right, they support that. All right, these individuals that you saw up here, they also were followers of Great Millstone. They used to give double honors to the elders and apostles of Great Millstone. Now they're not doing that. They're not doing that now. Now they're giving double honors to the house of David. They're giving double honors to the elders of the house of David. You know who the elders are. You know who you learned this truth from, right? So the elders and apostles of Great Millstone are worthy of double honors. The scriptures say, give those who are worthy. All right. As a matter of fact, I'm gonna get that precept out in a minute. But the Lord has men set up, and we know that the men that the Lord set up are the elders and apostles of Great Millstone. But these individuals, they went away from that, following ex-members of GMS, because you had Jakes that got kicked out. And now they have a congregation that's forming, but you don't want to follow the individuals that got kicked out of Great Millstone. All right, those individuals, they're not in the right spirit. It's a reason why the Lord shifted those individuals out. They're not in the right spirit. So you want to make sure that you're following the elders and apostles of Great Millstone. Those men are experienced men. Those men are the men you want to follow in this thing. All right. And let me get that precept out. And Salakia on this, I could have did it earlier, but the spirit just hit me to get it out. Get that out real quick. Yep, it's in the scriptures. Because you got people that don't understand that. You giving double honors to the elders of the house of David, but who are the elders of the house of David? All right? And we know that the Lord set up men to follow, and those men are the elders and apostles of Great Millstone. So why is it hard to continually do that? It says 1 Timothy 5:17. It says, 1 Timothy 5:17, let the elders rule well, right? Let the elders that rule well be counted worthy of double honor. Why do we give double honors to the elders and apostles of Great Millstone? Especially they who labor in the word and doctrine. Those men are experienced men. They've been laboring in this thing for years. They've been laboring in this thing for years, 35 plus years, probably longer than that. Those men been doing this thing for decades, man, for years. All right? So those men are counted worthy of double honor, the elders and apostles of Great Millstone. All right? Because when you say double honors to the elders of the house of David, you don't know who you're talking about. You can be talking about anybody. Because all the Hebrew Israelite groups been in this thing for some time. Okay? Not as long as the elders and apostles of Great Millstone. But you got a lot of other Israelite groups that have been in this thing just as somewhat as long. So when you saying the house of David, you could be talking about anybody. All right. So this is why when we do our lessons, we give double honor to elders, apostles of Great Millstone to let individuals know who we learned the truth from, because not every single Hebrew Israelite group is teaching the correct doctrine. So these guys here, they were giving double honors to the elders, but then they stopped doing it. And that lets you know that the Lord is doing a shifting. There's a shifting going on. There's a huge shifting going on. And you don't want to be those individuals. You do not want to be those individuals. So we're going to head to the scriptures. And Lord wants us to edify him. This is Matthew 22:29. It says, Yahushua answered and said unto them, ye do err, not knowing the scriptures. And these individuals know that the new covenant is going to be established in the kingdom. Now they're switched up the doctrine, and they came up with their own breakdown and their own interpretation of them already being in the new covenant, which we're not already in the new covenant. And I said this, and I say this to many of those guys that teach this doctrine, we're already in the new covenant. My question, they can never answer this question. If we're in the new covenant, why are we still in captivity to these 17 heathen nations? If we're already in the new covenant, why are we in captivity to these 17 heathen nations? And they never can answer that question. Because the new covenant, we're not going to be in captivity to anybody. Number two, are you immortal? Are you immortal? You guys can't answer that question either, because the scriptures say that we're going to go from corrupt to incorrupt. All right? We're going to be mortal to immortal. That's going to be in the new covenant. Another question. Is there violence still going on the earth? Ain't you going to work, working a 9 to 5, right? Ain't you working a 9 to 5 for Esau? You're still in captivity. You're still oppressed. So these are the questions you individuals that teach that we're already in the new covenant. These are the questions you got to ask yourself. Are you actually having spiritual power right now? Or can you shoot fireballs out of your fucking hand? Can you fly in the sky right now? Jump off your fucking roof and see if you can fly. I bet you're going to come down super hard and you're going to eat the fucking ground. These are the questions you jakes got to ask yourselves. Don't teach something if you're not sure of something. But these guys know. Their lot is to be a reprobate. And that's a scary thing. There's a shifting going on. You don't want to be those individuals. Follow Great Millstone Hebrew Israelites. Just do that. Because a lot of jakes too, they're getting that, well, that's messed up. The elders treating him like this. He's a brother. He's cool, right? They're not looking at the things that individual is doing. They're not looking at the doctrine that they teaching is off. And Salakia for the rambling. Matthew 22:29. Yahushua answered and said unto them, ye do err, not knowing the scriptures. Those dudes do not know the scriptures. They add to the scriptures. And that's a very dangerous thing. It says, nor the power of the Most High. So these Jakes is adding to the scriptures. And what did Revelations 18:22 stated? You guys are pushing that we're in the new covenant and you're going off. You're going off. We are not in the new covenant yet. We're all looking at the back of ingredients every day to make sure we're not going off. We can't even keep the laws perfectly. Number one, we're in these mortal bodies. And number two, we're in captivity. We're in captivity. Today's the Shabbat, and I use myself as an example. Today's the Shabbat, and I got to go to work on the Sabbath day. I can't keep the Sabbath day. I got to go to work on this fucking Sabbath day. So at the end of the day, that's why I said we're not in the new covenant. We're in captivity. We can't get days off. We can't call off. We can't do the things that we want to do in this society. We can't. We're not in the new covenant yet. We're still in rulership of Esau's kingdom. Everything wouldn't be the way it is right now. There wouldn't be all this bugged out shit that's going on if we was in the new covenant, man. Everything would be established in total righteousness of Yahweh Bashim Ashai. Revelations 18:22. It says, Revelations 18:22, Salakia. And the voice of harpers and musical, that's not it. Revelations 22:18, Salakia. Salakia, beloved brothers. I gotta always get it backwards and stuff. Salakia. 22:18, Salakia. I knew something was wrong. This is Revelations 22:18. It says, for I testify unto every man that heareth the words of the prophecy of this book, right? If any man shall add unto these things, and these individuals adding to the scriptures, they teaching that we're already in the new covenant. You're saying that the elders of Paul's great millstone is a damnable heresies, but you're actually contradicting the scriptures, because the scriptures say that in the new covenant, the Lord's going to establish a new covenant, but the new covenant is going to be in the kingdom of heaven. It ain't going to be established right here, right now where we're in. Look at the condition that you're in. You got rent. You got bills that you got to pay. You got to work 9 to 5 jobs. There's no way your ass is in the new covenant. Look at your condition. Look at our condition. Look at the things. World War III is about to pop off. The fucking global economic collapse is around the corner. We're nowhere in the new covenant. Look at our fucking bodies. We got scars on our fucking bodies. Our fucking bodies get injured easy. It's cold as fuck out here. Brothers getting cramps, back pains, right? If we're the new covenant, why the fuck I got back pain? Why the fuck my back is hurting, right? Brothers got sprained fucking muscles and shit. Ligaments is fucked up. Bodies is fucked up. And you guys over there teaching that we're in the new covenant. Get out of here with that shit, man. The new covenant is going to be established in the kingdom. Lord willing, if we are the elect. Are you guys saying that you guys are the elect? Because the new covenant is going to be established in the kingdom, and that's going to be of the elect too. Being that immortal. None of us is refined yet. We're not even changed. There's no way we're in a new covenant. We're nowhere in the new covenant. And so like it for the rambling, but this is getting ridiculous. A lot of individuals are being shifted, and a lot of individuals are being brought out to the light, and you don't want to be those individuals. I'm speaking for myself first and foremost. That's scary, man. It says Yahweh Bashim Ashai shall add onto him the plagues that are written in this book. So if you Jakes don't repent, and you guys don't come out of the behavior of the way you guys are teaching the word, you could be destroyed for doing that. You're adding to the word. You're saying that we're already in the new covenant, and we're not in the new covenant yet. You're adding to the word. You could be destroyed doing that. That's a very dangerous game. You don't want to add to the word. You're supposed to fear the Lord. Now, obviously, you guys don't fear the Lord. You're pushing false doctrine. I wouldn't be surprised them guys as agents, man. This is serious. You can't be doing that. This is serious. You cannot be doing that. This is 2 Timothy 4:3. It says, for the time will come when they will not endure sound doctrine. Because these guys, they learned from Great Millstone. These individuals learned from Great Millstone. They gave double honors in the past to the elders and apostles of Great Millstone. They're not doing it now. They did not endure sound doctrine. All right? These men did not endure sound doctrine. There's a lot of individuals being brought out to the light. It's a lot of individuals being brought out to the light. And the Lord is shifting individuals. They're being shifted. That is some scary shit, man. 2 Timothy 4:3, for the time will come when they will not endure sound doctrine. You got Jakes that's falling out of this thing. You got Jakes that been in this truth 9 years, 10 years, 15 years, and they're being shifted out to be a reprobate, man. They're being shifted out to be a reprobate. If you don't think that's scary, something wrong with your ass. That's scary shit. You been in the truth 15 years and you get shifted out to be a fucking reprobate, a fucking bug out? That's scary shit. This is some scary shit. This is why you want to fear the Lord. Salakia for my French, but this is really scary. If it ain't scary to you, then obviously something wrong with your ass. There's a shifting going on amongst Jakes in the truth. Jakes is falling out. Jakes is becoming bug outs. Jakes is having a doctrine, and then you're being deceived to teach a whole nother fucking doctrine. That's the Lord is shifting individuals. The Lord is shifting individuals. It says, but after their own lusts, shall they heap to themselves teachers having itching ears. Verse 4, it says, and they shall turn away their ears from the truth. And this is what is happening to these individuals. They were given double honors to the elders, apostles, great millstone. Now they're bugged out. They're following Judas Maccabees. And that dude is going off, man. That dude is going off. And you guys are supporting a dude that's going off on a doctrine. You're supporting a bug out. And then you're following after that individual. That individual is a fucking baby in the truth, man. He's a fucking baby in the truth. You're following a 6-year-old in spirit. You Jakes don't know what the fuck you're doing. You need to follow Great Millstone Hebrew Israelites. The elders, apostles, Great Millstone been in this thing 35 years. Judas Maccabee's only been in the truth 6 fucking years. He's a fucking baby. He don't know shit, man. And this is what is happening to you niggas because you want to be, oh, that brother cool, that brother this. Well, you don't know who's cool. This ain't about cool. This is about salvation. This is about your salvation. This is the shit that's making me vex because it's like, brother, and I just answer you this question. Let's say you in elementary school and you was a little kid. Okay, you got a teacher. They're instructing you and teaching you how to do math. Okay? And then you got one in there that was learning, but then he started doing math his own way. Instead of adding 1 + 1, he started doing it backwards and started taking away when you're supposed to be adding. Well, he's right, because he's taking it away, but the teacher was giving you the correct way, which was 1 + 1 is 2. Your ass is, no, he's right. This student is right. He's been in here with you for a whole year. I'm following him because he's cool. He's right. That's what you niggas is doing. That's what you're fucking doing in the truth. So what if a dude's talking nice? So what if a dude is bringing out scriptures? But you want to make sure you're following the men that have the 100% truth. We're all learning. I'm still learning. Man. This is what is happening to the congregation. I'm not saying all of us, but Jakes individually is being shifted out and being brought out to the light. That's scary. 2 Timothy 4:4, and they shall turn away their ears from the truth. And that's what happened to them. Their ears turned away from the truth, and they want to support another bug out. They want to support Jakes that because they're cool with them. It says, and shall be turned onto fables. So you went away from the gospel that you had, and you went and took heed onto this brother teaching what he's teaching, which is totally off in the scriptures. That's false doctrine. We're already in the new covenant. That's false doctrine. That is fucking false doctrine. 2 Timothy 4:5, but watch thou in all things. Endure afflictions. We go through different shit in the truth. We go through different obstacles in this truth. Individually, each and every one of us is going to be tried individually in many different things. Do the work of an evangelist. You still got to continually teach. Make proof of thy ministry. Make proof of the ministry. It didn't say go away from the ministry. It didn't say I'm going to do it this way. This brother's doing it this way, so I'm going to do it that way. No. This already has already been laid out for you. I don't know why you Jakes want to add something to it. You don't want to go the path that's already laid out for you. You want to take a path that got crocodiles, they got fucking daggers coming out of the fucking ground, they got booby traps all over. When you got an easy way, we could just take a bridge and go all the way to fuck across over to the other side. And you Jakes is taking fucking booby trap paths and shit. You stepping on fucking booby traps. You stepping on fucking hand grenades. You stepping on C4. Whole lot of other bugged out shit. They got fucking C4 dogs with C4 strapped to their fucking chest. You taking a whole different way that's totally wrong instead of just going straight. I don't get you, Jakes, man. You got to make proof of thy ministry. You got to, what you've learned, you're supposed to be teaching that on to death, not going away from that, not setting up your own thing. Well, I'm going to do it this way. I'm going to support this brother. At the end of the day, you guys are fucking up your own salvation. You're fucking up your chances of receiving salvation. So you Jakes, you need to take that fucking video down. If I was you, I'll take that shit down. Romans 16:17. Now I beseech you, brethren, mark them which cause divisions and offenses contrary to the doctrine. Because they're teaching contrary to the doctrine. That word contrary means opposite. You're teaching something totally different to the doctrine that you've learned from Great Millstone. We're not in the new covenant yet. We are not in the new covenant yet. One more time. We are not in the new covenant. Get that through your fucking head. We're not in the new covenant yet. Stop teaching that shit. We're already in the new covenant. We're not in the new covenant yet, man. Your ass is fucking mortal. If somebody shoots you with a fucking gun, that shit is going straight through your fucking body, into your fucking chest, killing you, giving you instant bleeding. The chemicals in that bullet is going to fucking deteriorate your fucking muscles. You're going to fucking die right then and there. You are not in the new covenant yet. The scripture said we're going to be immortal. We're not immortal. We're in captivity to these 17 heathen-ass nations, man. We're scattered abroad and we're in captivity to these 17 heathen nations, man. Esau still is in rulership. In the new covenant, Esau's not going to be over us. These 17 heathen nations are not going to be ruling over us, man. We're going to be ruling over them, Lord willing, we the elect. What the fuck is wrong with y'all? Romans 16:17. Now I beseech you, brethren, mark them which cause divisions and offenses contrary. That means opposite to the doctrine which ye have learned. And who we learned this truth from? The elders and apostles of Great Millstone. Right? So that's why the elders is marking. That's why individuals are marking. That's why individuals are being put up as an example. Because you're not doing things that you're supposed to be doing. You're supposed to be teaching the things that you have learned. Not teaching something totally different. It says, and avoid them. So if you're teaching contrary to the doctrine, brothers got to cut you off. You teaching something totally different, brothers is cutting you off. If you giving double honors to the elders of Apostles Great Millstone, you supposed to be teaching everything they teaching. You supposed to believe everything they believe because that's who you learn from. And just like what brother said in Great Millstone. If the elders of Apostles Great Millstone believed King Mashal was King David, which I know that which is true, because he was King, Elder High Priest King Mashal was King David reincarnated. All right, but that's not our business. That's not for us to really be focused on. You're supposed to be doing lessons, man, working out your own salvation, not trying to make a proof or a point of a statement because this is how you feel. I feel that King Mashal was not king, whether he is or not, but we know that he was. That shouldn't be your concern. You should be working out your own salvation. You learned from Great Millstone, teaching the correct doctrine, working out your salvation to be delivered. That's what it's about. You Jakes is getting caught up in these vainglory demons. These vainglory demons is fucking hopping on y'all, man. That's scary. I don't want that, man. I just want to learn and grow and do the works. That's it. I don't care about everything else, man. All right? But Jakes is they getting these stumbling blocks. We're in the new covenant. Elder High Priest King Mashal, wondering if he was King David or not. That's not your concern. All right? He was a man of the Lord. Point blank, period. And a lot of you Jakes wasn't even in the truth when Elder High Priest King Mashal was alive in the flesh. None of us I wasn't even born when Elder High Priest King Mashal was alive in the flesh. None of us was even probably fucking born. And if you were born, you probably was a kid playing Super Nintendo or Atari or some shit. Going outside playing stickball. You need to be worried about your salvation, man. It says, for they that are such serve not the Lord Hamashiach Yahushai, but their own belly. And this is the thing. A lot of these Jakes is getting stuck up with recognition and vainglory and all that shit. That's why these jakes are doing what the fuck they doing. It says, and by good words and fair speeches, deceive the hearts of the simples, the minds. And that's what a lot of these bug outs is doing. This is why you're not supposed to be following, well, this guy got kicked out. Well, I'm just going to follow him. And I agree because Great Millstone doing this, doing that. You're trying to receive salvation. If that individual get kicked out or that individual get put up as an example, you're supposed to be taking consideration of looking what that individual is doing, what affected him to be put up as an example. Because he's not teaching something that's 100% truth. He's teaching contrary. So the elders have to mark. The sheep is out. The sheep is watching, man. This is business for Yahweh Shema Shai. All right. So these guys going off, and I'm gonna get out that that Hebrews the 8th chapter, because you Jakes is each precept I'm gonna read, I'm gonna ask you the question over and over and over, because you guys are not reading Hebrews the 8th chapter. Clearly they're not doing that. They're not fucking doing this. This is Hebrews 8 and 10. For this is the covenant that I will make with the house of Israel after those days. After those days. It didn't say in these days. It said after those days. This prophecy hasn't came yet. This prophecy hasn't even came yet. It says, saith the Lord, right? It says, I will put my laws into their mind and write them in their hearts. How the Lord is going to do that? How is the Lord going to put the laws in our minds and write them in our parts? How is the Lord going to do that? We have to be changed, right? Let me get that out. Because these niggas is not, these simple ass niggas is not getting this. We got to be fucking changed, all right? 1 Corinthians 15 and 51. Now I'll start from verse 50. 1 Corinthians 15 and 50. Now this I say, brethren, that flesh and blood cannot inherit the kingdom of the Most High. So this flesh, we can't go to the kingdom in this fucking flesh. We have to be changed. So there's no way we're in a new covenant. We have to be changed. All right? It says, neither doeth corruption inherit incorruption. Verse 51. Behold, I show you a mystery, which shall not it says we shall not all sleep, Salakia, but we shall be changed. So the only way the Lord's going to be able to write it in our mind and in our inward parts is if we're changed. We can't keep the laws perfectly in these fucking flesh, man. We go off in these fucking flesh, man. This is why the new covenant is going to be established in the kingdom. Lord willing, if we are the elect. Because that's how the elect is going. We're going to be to keep the laws perfectly when we're changed in our perfect bodies. The same way the Lord says he's going to have it written in our minds and in our inward parts, man. So how are you going to be able to do that? Being changed. We're going to be immortal. We're going to go from corruption to incorruption. We're going to have perfect bodies. That's all going to be established in the new covenant. Verse 52. In a moment of a twinkling of an eye. And this is going into the elect of the nation of Israel being changed. They're going to be changed of a twinkling of an eye. How fast you blink your eyelids, that's how fast the elect is going to be beamed up and they're going to be changed. We're going to be changed. It says, at the last trump, for the trump shall sound, and the dead shall rise incorruptible. So we ain't going to be corruptible. We can't even keep the laws perfectly. That's why we have faith. That's why we have grace. Because we're not able to keep the laws perfectly in these fucking mortal bodies. We're in the chambers of darkness, man. We go off in this. That's why scripture said, just man, get up 7 times. Because we continually go off in these fucking flesh. That's why we got to be changed, man. We got to be changed. These jakes is not understanding that. It says, and the dead shall be raised incorruptible, and we shall be changed. We have to be changed, man. We're not in the new covenant yet. We in these fucking corrupt bodies, man. Verse 53. It says, for this corruptible, which is this mortal body, mortal means death, this flesh I'm in, this chest I'm pounding on, is flesh. It's corrupt, right? It says, so then this corruptible shall have put on incorruption. How are you going to put on incorruption? We're going to be changed. The Lord is going to change, the Lord is going to deliver the elect, and we're going to be changed. And this mortal, my chest, right? This body that I'm in, I'm patting myself hard so you niggas can get it. this mortal flesh that I'm in, right, shall have put on immortality. Immortality, unable to die. We ain't going to be able to die. We're going to have perfect bodies. We're going to be immortal. This is all going to be established, what? This is all going to be established in the kingdom, which is the new covenant. The elect being immortal, we're going to have the laws written in us. We're going to be able to keep the laws perfectly. And this prophecy ain't came yet. It says, then shall be brought to pass the saying that is written, death is swallowed up in victory. So we're not going to be able to die. We're going to be immortal. And we're going to be able to keep the laws perfectly. And we're going to have spiritual power, right? Let me get out that Ezekiel. Because niggas is not fucking understanding that. Excuse my French. This is ridiculous. We got to keep reminding you bugged out individuals that we're not in the new covenant. And you guys just keep saying we're in the new covenant. We're not in the new covenant. This is Ezekiel 36:24. For I will take you from among the heathen, because the Israelites are scattered abroad. The Israelites are in captivity to who? The 17 heathen nations, starting from Esau on down. The elect, not the elect, it's like the elect, but we don't know who the elect is, but the Israelites, Salakia, are scattered abroad throughout the four corners of the earth in the hands of these 17 heathen nations. Verse 24, for I will take you from among the heathen and gather you out of all countries. The Israelites, the elected nation of Israel, the Lord is going to deliver the elected nation of Israel, which are scattered abroad from these 17 heathen nations. That goes into that Revelation 7:9, the great multitude, right? Jeremiah 3 and 23, right? Because our salvation is given to Israel. Israel's going to be delivered out of the hands of these 17 heathen nations, man. So we got to be changed first. And we'll bring you into your own land. That's going to be in the kingdom of heaven, right? The kingdom of heaven is going to be established on the earth, right? Governed of Yahweh B'Shem Yahushai, man. Yahweh Shai going to set his kingdom on the planet earth. Verse 25, then will I sprinkle water upon you, that ye shall be clean from all your filthiness and from all your idols. I will cleanse you. Verse 26, a new heart, meaning mine, also will I give you, and a new spirit will I put within you. And I will take away the stony heart out of your flesh, and I will give you a heart of flesh. Verse 27, and I will put my spirit within you, and cause you to walk in my statutes, and ye shall keep my judgments and do them. So this is what is going to happen in the new covenant. This is going to be for the elect, Lord willing, if we are that number. So now we're going to go back to Hebrews, because you got individuals that's fucking bugged out. They keep saying we're in the new covenant. We're not in the new covenant. This is Hebrews 8 and 7, because I actually read a little too low. But I'll start at verse 7. It says, for if the first covenant had been faultless, right? Because the first covenant, our forefathers broke the old covenant. We are our forefathers reincarnated. We're regenerated. Re means again, G means DNA, right? We broke the old covenant. We didn't keep the law, statutes, and commandments. Then it says, then should no place have been sought for the second, right? Verse 8, it says, for finding fault with them, he said, behold, the days come, saith the Lord, well, I will make a new covenant with the house of Israel and with the house of Judah, right? Because the kingdom is split into two kingdoms, all right? You had the northern kingdom, right, which is Israel, and then you have the southern kingdom, which is Judah, Benjamin, and Levi, which is the southern kingdom. But you have the northern kingdom, which consists of the 10 tribes, right? It says, when I will make my new covenant with the house of Israel and with the house of Judah, the southern kingdom and northern kingdom. Right? Verse 9, it says, not according to the covenant that I made with their fathers in the day when I took them by the hand to lead them out of the land of Egypt, right? Because our forefathers broke the old covenant. It says, because they continue not in my covenant. That's the old covenant, the first covenant. The old covenant. We broke the old covenant. It says, because they continue not in my covenant, I regarded them not, saith the Lord. Verse 10, for this is the covenant that I will make with the house of Israel after those days. They go after those days. This time, this prophecy hasn't came yet. It didn't say right now, and right now. It said after those days. We're not in this prophecy hasn't even happened yet. This prophecy hasn't even happened yet, man. For this is the covenant that I will make with the house of Israel after those days, saith the Lord, and I will put my laws into their mind, right? and in their written parts. And it says into their mind, and write them in their hearts, in their inward parts, man. We read the scriptures. That's how we're going to get it written in us in our inward parts. We're going to be changed. We got to be changed. We got to be changed. We're not in the new covenant yet. It says, and I will be to them a power, and they shall be to me a people. This is in the new covenant. We're not in the new covenant yet. We're still in captivity. Verse 11, and they shall not teach every man his neighbor, and every man his neighbor, saying, know the Lord. So if we were in the new covenant, why are we still setting up camp once a week? And why are we doing 3 videos a day? Why we're out here still doing lessons, teaching our people, letting them know who they are, giving them prophecy of the end day prophecies? In the new covenant, we're not going to be doing that. We're not going to be telling people they Israelites and teaching them to keep the laws and doing all that. We ain't going to be doing that. Looking at the back of ingredients. In the new covenant, we're not going to be doing any of that. You niggas wouldn't be, if we was in the new covenant, you niggas wouldn't be doing no fucking lessons. I wouldn't even be doing no lessons. The elders of Apostle Great Millstone wouldn't even be doing no lessons. And we wouldn't be setting up camp. We wouldn't be doing none of that. We wouldn't be doing none of that. This is going to be in the new covenant. Hebrews 8 and 11. And they shall not teach every man his neighbor, right? And every man his neighbor, saying, know the Lord, for all shall know me. The elect is going to be written. The law is going to be written in them. We're going to already know the Lord. Lord willing, if we are the elect, we're already going to know the Lord. Ain't going to be no teaching people the name of the Lord and teaching our people who the Messiah died for, the laws. We ain't going to be doing any of that. The elect is already going to be written in them. We're already going to know the Lord already. Ain't going to be no, the Lord's name is Yahweh Bashim. Ain't going to be like how we do now. We got to teach people the name of the Lord, right? We're doing lessons every day, right? We're setting up camp once a week. We wouldn't be doing any of this. If we was in the new covenant, we wouldn't be doing any of this. It wouldn't be no going on YouTube, doing lessons. We wouldn't be doing none of that, man. We wouldn't be doing any of that. Verse 11, Hebrews 8 and 11. Salakia for the rambling, elders and brothers. And they shall not teach every man his neighbor, and every man his brother, saying, know the Lord, for all shall know me, from the least to the greatest. We're already going to know the Lord. We're already going to know the laws. The laws are going to be written in the elect. We're going to be able to keep the laws perfectly. The same way we breathe in air and breathe out, we're going to be able to keep the laws like that. Once we're changed, though. We're not in the new covenant. We're not in the new covenant. We got these 17 heathen nations ruling over us. Verse 12, for I will be merciful to their unrighteousness, and their sins and their iniquities will I remember no more. Because we're going to be in a new covenant. All the things that we committed here, right? It's going to be forgotten forever, man. Permanently. Because the Lord is going to establish a new covenant. But that's going to be in the kingdom of the elect of the nation of Israel. That's going to all be in the kingdom, man. So what are you niggas talking about? We're already in the new covenant. We're not in the new covenant yet. We're not in the new covenant yet, man. Verse 13, it says, in that he saith a new covenant, he have made the first one old. Because we broke the old covenant. That's why the Lord has to give us, that's why the Lord is going to give us a new covenant. Now that which decayeth and waxeth old is ready to vanish away. So the Lord is going to establish a new covenant, but it's going to be in the kingdom. It's not going to be right now. We're in captivity. We're not in the new covenant yet. But this is a prophecy that's going to come. So these individuals right here, don't follow these individuals. They don't know what the fuck they're talking about. We are not in the new covenant yet. We are not in the new covenant yet. So Lord wants us to edify. Don't follow these individuals. Watch out for these individuals. If a Jake is saying that elder high priest King Mashal was not King David, don't follow that individual. If he's teaching that we're already in the new covenant, don't follow that individual. Those individuals are bugged out. I mean, if you want to follow them, you can. But don't start tripping out when you start not understanding and getting confused and then trying to go to elders for lessons, because they're going to tell your ass. They told you to stop following them and you kept on doing it. So it's all on you. This is about your salvation at the end of the day individually. So Lord wants us to edify. Salakia for the rambling. Till next time I say, Shalom.